Rhett Miller in the Bing Lounge. It's great to have you and the band back here in Portland.
Thanks. It's so nice to be here. I love this facility. You've done a great thing.
Yeah, you were one of the first bands to grace our Bing stage here. So welcome back to Portland. And we've had several bands from the East Coast, from New Jersey, from New York, and 100 degrees today.
I know. Yeah.
Over there. So we're perfect. Going to be about 80.
I'm going for a bike ride after this.
Right on. I like to hear that. Rhett, it's really good to see you again. Congratulations on your new album, The Dreamer. Now, you've been a believer, you've been an instigator. Now you're a dreamer.
Yeah.
What's all that about?
Well, I like the idea of continuity. I like the idea of motifs that run throughout a career. You know, I've got little words and names and images that have appeared in songs I've written for, the last 20 years. And I kind of like it. I feel like it's like a story. You know, you keep up with for me, the writers that I like and the artists that I like, there's sort of a thread that seems to run through all their stuff. But yeah, I'm a dreamer now.
And you seem like a happy guy.
Yeah.
You look really happy to me, too.
Well, thanks. Yeah,
the music sounds inspired, too.
Well, I'm having so much fun. And on this record, I got to play with these guys here, the Serial Lady Killers, Tommy and Greg and Angela. And they were in the studio with me, and they were such a great band. And we've been together now for 6 or 7 years. Yeah.
You said that really fast, the Serial Lady Killers.
Yes, we are Rhett Miller and the Serial Lady Killers. Yes. And Angela had to sign off on that because she is, in fact, also a lady.
That had to pass muster on your end, right? Well, it's great to have the whole band here. It really is. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how you made the record, because you've been with the big labels, and there's that kind of feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm not with the big label. Does that mean I don't have credibility? You went out and kind of did things outside the system for this new record in a couple of different ways, and you recorded it on your own label. How does that feel?
It's weird, but I love it. I did get to be one of the last bands that was part of the old model, where Elektra Records, for 4 records, they just threw so much money into the old 97s and did it the way things used to get done. And I was lucky to get to be a part of it, but I can see why that business model failed. It's just crazy, the way it used to be. $350,000 to make a record, who needs that? So we made this record using crowdfunding and sort of self-funding, and I get to own the masters myself. There's something really amazing about just the idea that instead of making a record and then having it be owned by a corporation, for the rest of its life, that record will be in my hands and my kids' hands, and I'm really excited about that and proud of it.
Yeah, it's yours.
Yeah,
it's yours all the way. And it's a really interesting thing that you did. We've heard of Kickstarter, but you used something called Pledge Music, that process. How did you discover it, and what made you go for it with Pledge Pledge Music?
Yeah, it's Pledge is similar to Kickstarter. It's a UK-based, it's music only, and there's a sort of charitable component that I liked. I got to raise a little money for cystic fibrosis in the process of raising money for the record. But I liked the idea of, well, again, the ownership of the masters, and the unintended consequence was that the people who helped fund the record, the fans, ended up feeling so, like a part of the making of the album, which to me was cool. I mean, that's such a new concept, instead of, for so long in that old business model, it was almost like the fan was the victim of this process, like, oh, now we're going to tell you what to like. And now it's like the fan who's deciding what records get made. And, I love that. I love that concept.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pre-order thing. And then I like that bands who use this kind of a process, this paradigm, you get a little added bonus things, like maybe little notes from Rhett Miller tucked inside your CD.
There was a lot of weird stuff. I thought about, as I saw some people do some crazy things, and I thought about doing like locks of hair.
That might be a little creepy.
Well, then I thought about like the possibility for cloning, and I didn't want the competition running around, little Rhett Millers, But I did sell some stuff. Like I had the blue jacket that I wore on 30 Rock, and little stupid stuff like that. And if I did it again, I might stick more to pre-orders, because I wrote out so many lyrics that I got carpal tunnel.
So you would actually write these lyrics out by hand.
That was one of the
bonus.
Yeah, one of the things was people would get handwritten lyrics, but then they could pick what song. I should have kept it to one of the few songs I have that have few lyrics in them. But these people would write in, and I'd have these full pages of tiny letters.
And who handwrites any? I mean, cursive.
Well, I didn't do cursive. I just did my horrible handwriting.
Oh, no.
which I think is kind of sweet. People would be like,
sweet.
"Wow, I thought he was smart and competent."
He
sort of writes like
handwriting.
like an IQ of 60 or something.
It sounds incredibly personal. to do it that way. And I like the ownership from both the musicians and the fans side. So congratulations once again on the new record,
Thank
Dreamer.
you.
Just came out earlier this month. You're playing the Doug Fir. You're on the road getting the album out there and trying on that music for size. But I can't let you go here without talking about Old 97s and what is going to be on the other end of this tour and Dream and, you know, the whole thing.
Sure. In the year leading up to this solo record, the 97s had made 2 studio albums. So there was a lot of 97s work going on the last couple of years. So it's nice to have a little break. But this fall, we are going to be doing a 15th anniversary of Too Far to Care tour. And with the band Those Darlings, we're bringing them up here. And I know we're going to be playing in Portland on my birthday, September 6th, as part of Music Fest Northwest.
Hint, hint.
Yeah, so bring birthday presents to the show, all right? But no cookies, y'all, seriously.
Well,
We gotta be good.
Yeah. It's good to have your great vibe here in Portland, and looking forward to picking up at the 97s as well. So back to you, Mr. Rhett Miller, in the Bing Lounge.
All right. Woo!